Hello everybody, welcome to my little channel. Thank you for joining me once again. For this video this afternoon, we're going to be looking at a few more of the records that I acquired from my recent trip to Nottingham, which was last week, last Friday I think it was. So sit back and enjoy it. The first one we're going to look at is this one I'd never actually seen before. Although I've got the recordings, I've never seen it in this form. It's 16 times the Beatles live at the Star Club, Hamburg, Germany, 1962. And I think this is a German pressing. It's on the S&R International label. The number is 663278 and it's stereo. Although they're live recordings, aren't they? So I don't really know how they can be stereo, but hey ho. So it has actually got some nice songs on it. Side one, I Saw Her Standing There. That's followed by Roll Over Beethoven. Then you get the Hippie Hippie Shake, Sweet Little 16. Lend Me Your Comb, Your Feet's Too Big, Twist and Shout. And then side one finishes off with Kansas City. Side two, Ain't Nothing Shaking But the Leaves on the Tree. To know her is to love her. To know her is to love her. Little Queenie, Falling in Love Again. Ask Me Why. Bebopaloola, Hallelujah, I Love Her So, and Red Sails in the Sunset. So that's the track listing. And yes, I know I've already got these recordings on the Beatles at the Star Club, but I've never actually seen it in this format. Everything's, you know, nice. That looks like it's stuck on, but it's not. It's actually printed on, as is that. It is a nice cover though, isn't it? So we look at the labels. I've never even seen this label before, to be honest, so I'll make sure I get side one first. So that is side one. Nice reddy orangey labels, very reminiscent of the Polydor labels from like late 1960s and early 1970s. So that is side one. And then this is side two. And to look at it, it looks like it's hardly ever been played, to be honest. I didn't spend a lot of money on this. This was one I got from Rob's Records in Hertford in Nottingham. So if you're ever in Nottingham, go and check Rob out. You know, he's a very, very knowledgeable bloke. There's no pressure on you to buy anything. If you go in there, you know, if you just want to go and have a look, you know, you are more than welcome. If you've never been, you've got to go, because it's one of them places where you won't actually believe what it's like inside. So yeah, there's that one. I don't think I paid a lot of money for it. I think I paid something like £8 or something like that. But like I said, I've never seen this label before. I don't think it's particularly worth a hell of a lot of money, but you know, cover's nice, the record's in nice condition. Like all these Star Club things, Hamburg, Germany things, you know, you've got to remember the live recordings and the way they was recorded. I know that every time it's re-released they do try and clean them up and everything, but they was recording an old cassette recorder, weren't they, with one microphone or something. So if you bear that in mind, the sound quality on them is actually quite acceptable. It's not as bad as what some people say, to be honest. So yeah, that's the first one that I got off Rob. I'm actually showing you 4 records today, 4 LPs. 3 of them are from Rob and 1 of them was from another record shop. So the next one we're going to look at is the Beatles Let It Be. And I know you're going to say, bloody hell Dave, why have you got another copy of that? You've got about 27,000 million copies now. Well, perhaps not that many, but this was from Big Apple Records, this one, which is also in Nottingham. The only thing is with these record shops, it's like if you live in America or Canada or London or something like that, you won't know where these record shops are. But I just like say it to plug them for people that live close to me. Now, unfortunately, I know Rob hasn't got a website, and I don't think Big Apple Records has. I'm not sure. So just check it out. If you know, if you like some of the stuff I'm showing you, and think, oh yeah, that's Big Apple Records in Nottingham, because there is a Big Apple Records in London as well. They're not the same shop, so it's got to be Big Apple Records in Nottingham in West End Arcade. So this is where this one came from. Now the reason I got this was, first it looked like it was in okay condition. The spine and everything is absolutely brilliant, as is the back. Fortunately, it's not the red apple, it's the green apple, but it is a later press, and I know it's a later press, and this is from 1973, I think it is. And the reason I got it is because it's one of them weird and wonderful things that happened in the UK in 1973. I don't know if the EMI pressing plant had a factory fire, or there was running out of the oil to make the records or what, but a lot of the Beatles records and a lot of things on EMI in 1973 was actually pressed in France. So although the label does say an EMI recording manufactured in the UK, it also says made in France on it. So you've got there the made in the UK, there, EMI records, and up here look, you've got made in France by Patty Marconi. You might actually be able to see it better on side 2. Okay, again, really nice condition. Now the only thing is, because I bought these and then I was back at work, until today I haven't had time to clean them. Cleaning this, I did actually discover it has got quite a bit of warp on it. I don't think it's going to affect the play though, to be honest. It's not bad, it's like an edge warp. So I'm hoping that it plays okay. Now, Let It Be, a lot of people don't like the Let It Be album. I've always liked this LP, to be honest. The only thing I don't like about it is this came out after Abbey Road, where we all know it was recorded before Abbey Road. So really, I think if this was released when it should have been released in early 1969, and then Abbey Road would have been the Beatles' swan song, which it really was, I think that's more of a overall career perspective for the Beatles, because this made it out that they'd rushed release this sort of thing straight after Abbey Road, where, you know, in all honesty, it had been like laying on the shelves, hadn't it, for over a year. But yeah, I love it. I think there's some brilliant songs on it. Obviously, Two Rivers is a brilliant song. Across the Universe is, you know, very underrated in a lot of ways. But, you know, it's one of them, you either like this LP or you don't. I must like it because I've got no end of copies of it. And I do think it is very underrated in a lot of ways. Although having said that, I think the recent box set that was released late last year, I think this slightly remixed version by Giles Martin does bring that album out to sound even better than the original. But that is just my personal opinion. So we've seen 2 Beatles albums. Just excuse me while I have a drink of orange squash. You'll have to excuse me, I've got a little bit of a sore throat today. Sorry about that, folks. The next 2 albums are Beatles and Apple, related, but they're not by the Beatles. So I just thought I'd, you know, put them in with this just to like show you what things could have happened. Now this next album was actually scheduled to be on Apple Records, and the band that recorded it, George even went out on tour with him in the late 1969, and it's Delaney and Bonnie. Accept No Substitutes. This is the album that was originally going to be on Apple Records in 1969, I think it was. I don't know what the Apple catalogue number was, but I know that they were pressed up. A few were pressed up with Apple labels and everything, but they never made the sleeves for them. So whether the sleeve was going to be the same as this or not, I don't know. But then when you look at some of the people on, there's got some really famous people on here. You know, you've got Jim Price, you've got Bobby Whitlock, Bob Keys, Jim Keltner, the drummer, Carl Riddle, Leon Russell. I mean, a lot of them people went on to play on George's All Things Must Pass album, didn't they? So this ended up being released on Elektra. The songs on it are Get Ourselves Together, Someday, Ghetto, When the Battle Is Over, and Dirty Old Man. Side 2, Love Me a Little Bit Longer, I Can't Take It Much Longer. That's a bit strange, isn't it? They're the first 2 songs. There's a joke in there somewhere, isn't there? Do You Right Woman, Soldier of the Cross, and Gift of Love. So that's the back cover. Nice labels, though. They really are nice labels. And this was actually manufactured by Polydor Records in the UK. I hope you're going to see these labels okay. Yeah, I've just seen if there was a scratched out Sapcore or something on it, but there isn't. But as far as I know, these are the same mixes as what was going to come out on the Apple album. But if you know different, please let me know. So that is side 1. Lovely looking labels, aren't they? And then that is side 2. I've just noticed there's a little scratch there, but it's non-feelable. So hopefully play okay. That side's mint, virtually mint. This is the thing with Apple, isn't it? You know, a lot of artists were supposed to have been releasing records on them. I mean, when you think of the LPs that were released on Apple by artists other than the Beatles or the solo Beatles, you know, it was a bit like a world music sort of thing, wasn't there? You know, there was jazz, there was soul and all sorts, weren't there? Rock, pop, you know. So you just think if some of these had you know, released records. I think Fleetwood Mac was supposed to be on Apple, weren't they, as well at one point? But yeah. So this is the Apple album that never was, in one way, isn't it? I haven't played this yet, but I have read reviews and it's supposed to be a cracking little album. In fact, I will play it later, and then if I do a video tomorrow, I'll tell you what I think of it. I'll do more of a review on it. Like I say, these are just things I'm just showing you now. And the last one is by a band that did actually record on Apple, and they actually did a few concerts with John and Yoko, and there was on the Sometime in New York City album with him, and they actually recorded their own LP simply called Elephant's Memory on Apple at the end of 1972. This is from a few years later. By this time Apple had crumbled, basically. You know, so this is released on Polydor, and I think it's from either 1974 or 1975. So it's just called Elephant's Memory, Angels Forever. That's the front cover. That's the spine and everything. So, you know, it is in quite nice condition, isn't it? And these last two, Accept No Substitute, and this one were from Bob's Records as well. Again, I think I paid less than £20 for both of them. In fact, I'm sure I did. I think this was £6. I think this was £6, and I think that one was £8. And that is, I think, as far as I know, that is an original. I'm looking at the label. Yeah, so the songs on here: Running Man, Tell the Truth, Doreen, Face Today, LA Soper, Angels Forever, Tonight, First to See the Last, Going to a Party, Hoochie Coochie Rockin' Information Man. Hoochie Coochie Rockin' Information Man. What a name for a song. Like I say, this is on Polydor. (1974). So So this is 2 years after the work with John and Yoko on Sometime in New York City, and they did have the Apple album out as well, didn't they, in '72, Elephant's Memory. So that is side A. And then that is side B. Again, in really, really nice condition. Nice heavyweight record. So I hope you've enjoyed them. I will be doing at least one video tomorrow. But I don't want to do too many in case you get fed up of me. Just to shout out to a few people. If you've not looked at a YouTube channel by another Beatles fanatic, it's called Beatles Beatles channel, and it's well worth checking out. Honestly, he's got some really, really nice stuff. He's got some nice stories. You know, he's even met Paul McCartney. He's been, you know, he's seen Wings and things like that. Just check that out, because he's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think he's on 959 the last time I looked earlier on today. So please check that out, and if you like it, obviously subscribe. If you like this video and not subscribed, you know, do me a favour, leave me a thumbs up, and if you like the video, just subscribe and hit the notifications button, because I'm trying to get my subscriptions up a little bit as well. It doesn't cost you anything. Although it's called a subscription, you don't pay anything for it. It is free. As always, love your records. Cherish your records. From time to time you have to clean your records, which is what I've been doing most of the morning. I've had, I think it was 38 albums I cleaned this morning on my Project record cleaning machine. But then again, above all, what do we collect them for? We collect them to play them, don't we? So once again, thank you to everybody that is watching my videos and leaving comments and subscribing. You know, it doesn't mean a lot to me, because I've only been going just over a year. Like I say, check out Beatles channel, you know, because he does have some really nice things on there. And if you've got something a bit strange Beatles wise, and you don't mind doing a video, he's actually got a competition on as well at the minute. So, you know, it's worth checking out. He's a good bloke. So till the next time, it's Beatle Dave wishing you all love, peace and happiness. So till the next time, it's ta-da for now, me chucks.